I know any of you that's out there, you probably came here for the games, so what exactly did I have planned to start this gaming with? Well, we're gonna go quite a bit old school right here with, yep, the one of the big ones to start it all. We're just gonna start with Pac-Man. Now, this is on the Namco Museum game for the NES, the Nintendo GameCube. So obviously there's some other games on here as well. We'll get to them later on, for certain. And the main thing here is, you know, we'll wait and see how long. These will probably the games where you see just how long you go before you lose all your lives and die. So we'll see how long it takes me if I still have any skill whatsoever at this game at all. But let's get started right now. With trying to talk and game at the same time. I'm not going to last long at this. I absolutely know it. But obviously, the red one, he's the one that directly pursues you. Pink has his her own method. The orange is the one that's the idiot. He just wanders around aimlessly all the time. The green one has some type of pattern. I never really remember which one it is. Impressive. As I'm talking and trying to game at the same time. Especially if I'm talking just a bit there. No one's out there just yet. And that's how you usually die. Red and pink pinch you. I did set up the recording as well. To get this game started on... Ah, there we go. Didn't even get the one up yet. Yeah, anyway, I did finally get the recording set up. Do hope to post this, at least on YouTube, probably on rowdyc.com as well. Anyone's out there, obviously, do not be shy and afraid to start commenting at any point in time. I'm probably just talking to myself and just proving how much of a pathetic loser I really am. I'm gonna give this another try. That was too long. Come on, Rowdy, you gotta get to at least level 3 on this. At least this game lets you use the D-pad. I confess, as an old gamer, that little toggle stick, it's always frustrating me. I've never been able to use it particularly effectively well. I should probably link you guys to the video one guy did some years ago. It was basically a faux trailer for a potential Pac-Man movie. It was pretty entertaining. I got through level 1 without losing any life. That's a good first step. go. Always have your big mouth shut. It doesn't matter whether I'm in person or playing Rowdy on camera. I just tempt fate like a mother effer, don't I? Hey! Hey, Max Ride USA in here! Can you see the game I'm playing? I want to make certain the sound is... well, there I go again. I definitely want to make certain everything's broadcasting correctly, so if you can hear the sound and the video, please let me know. Let me know if there's any problems whatsoever. I did not expect this thing to go smoothly in any way, shape, or form. Okay, great. So yeah, this is... I'm just gonna see how long I go. I think till like 3 at least. At least I'm gonna get that. And then, like I said earlier, this is one of multiple games that are on this particular disc I'm playing, Namco Museum. There's a number of other classic Namco games I'll be playing as well. We'll get to them probably after I lose this last life. See if I can get the one up first. Close right now, because I haven't eaten a lot of ghosts. How I feel it. I've just been so focused on just eating ghosts. Audio's a little too loud. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to... Well, you know what? I'm gonna try and fix that, okay? Now that this is over. I'm gonna try and see and fix the audio. Hey, Eli, Cartoon Hero is here, checking in. Great to see you here. Has that affected the game audio any? Yep, that about this. Okay, I think we finally fixed it. I'm sorry, guys. I am just so goddamn stupid. You're right, it was right there, and I'm just so blind. I take a deep breath. I really have some of the greatest friends in the world, and you guys, to be patient. Yeah, first time, yeah. Now just 30%? Okay. We'll try to... What works for this game, at least? I told you we may have some problems with the future games, for certain. But let's move on to something else. Let's try that again. Let's see how well I do in Galaga. This is one of those games where you go to any arcade nowadays. There's always that one console anyone can go to where you've got the double game console. They've got both Ms. Pac-Man and Galaga. This isn't... I know they used to have one back in this old restaurant. Back in Arlington, back when I lived in Arlington. Yeah, perhaps get it. I go about 20% back. I'm gonna... Let's put around 10 just to be certain. Well, the thing about Galaga is that there's no really background music, but yeah, those... Well, I said we fixed this game in particular. But I'm gonna have to do a few... Wow, got trapped, Unfortunately, that kind of tells me we may have some even more adventures with audio problems in future, with future games played in future weeks if I keep this up. Oh, that's Galaga, Max, yep. Got to level 3 one more time on Pac-Man, and then switched over to this game, seeing as how... And this is well, this is the bullcrap point. We got him! Woo! Yeah. Now it's, yeah, bonus stage here. You might be thinking about Galaxian, Eli, and, but I think you can... See, it's not so much that you can take over the enemy ships in this game, but I know there's some of these alien ships where they can capture your ship, but if you can shoot them down, your extra life basically becomes a double ship. And in this game, you can take advantage of one of the enemy's tactics to have two ships firing at the same time. I know that's possible in this game. I don't have that way mastered. Woo! Just almost got. You know what? I really like to get my hands on it. I wish someone had finally made. Ow! If there's any console out there that actually released a full-on authentic port of the Ninja Turtles arcade game. Now, I know the second one was released for the Super Nintendo, but if there was the actual... well, there we go. And we're doing the better at than me. And this is one of the games I'm most known for. We'll get to some of the others as well. But yeah, in fact, let's just switch over and now, because now we are going to get to one of the games that was one of my absolute favorites. The one arcade game I always had to play as a kid, and that would be Dig Dug. This was my jam, essentially, as a kid. We're going to take it back a while. Back when I first was a young kid living in East Fort Worth, there was this Taco Bueno over on the east side, yeah, that, keep in mind, I was never a big fan of, I've never liked Mexican food that much. Like, never minded when the family went to the Taco Bueno around our neighborhood because they had it was one of those sit down model games of Dig Dug. And Carrie and I, woo! I almost missed the vegetable. But yeah, that was the one thing I looked forward to, was getting to play that one game at a fast food restaurant. Yeah, I'm kind of a weirdo when it comes to Texas preference. Although I will fight you to the death. What the frick did I do? And ironically, I just died saying there. But yeah, I guess the only thing I have in common with most of the Texans is I will fight you to the death to declare that Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. That's basically it. That's one thing I think I have in common. Not much of a barbecue guy, not much of a Tex-Mex guy, but Whataburger is absolutely best as far as burgers are concerned, and I will hear no counter-argument to the other. Obviously, the secret here, I think you figured out, I think the best way to do it here is get it down to 2 monsters. If you can get the Figars first, that would be great, but obviously you can't always do that. Once you get 2 of the monsters gone, then knock out the 2 rocks that triggers the bonus vegetable. Now, we can get to the rest of these guys. Now this little guy will run off like a little coward, but I'm gonna be waiting for him. Come on, come on. Nope, nope, you're not gonna get away from that. Yeah, by the way, about a week or so removed from being over in Los Angeles area, did some filming with both Rosen and of course and Test Zero, Doug Hancock's. And after we got to talking about burgers and whatnot, I mentioned how they do have In-N-Out here in. They have In-N-Out here in North Texas now. I was about to tell him about how there's this major rivalry going on right now, and he basically cut me off and knew exactly what I was going to say was, yeah, there's a battle between In-N-Out and Whataburger between what's best. He just knew. That was kind of funny to hear about that. And look, for any Californians out there, In-N-Out's not bad. This is something that at least most of us that I've talked to do agree on, is their burgers are okay. The fries are terrible. That's pretty much, and Whataburger's not perfect. Their Cokes are kind of diluted, I've always thought, but the burgers and fries make up for it big time. This is actually the most I've gotten farthest the game in quite a while. Like I said, it's the game I've always played, but it took me a while to get back to this. Yeah, I think I've had Five Guys once. It's not bad as well. And there we go, that was gonna happen. The funny thing, Jeff, is I think it's around your part of Florida is the one place that actually has Whataburger. At least in the Panhandle, Pensacola area. I remember that I was traveling to Florida. There we go. And that's gonna probably do it for me. Anyway, just before I go to the next... Yeah. But, I was about to say the interesting thing was, about last October, I was going to... I might as well humor them with this. I was traveling to Florida, ended up around Pensacola. It was real late at night, was hungry, looking for a place to eat. Saw there was a sign saying that there was a Waffle House at the next exit. So I went over there, and And just, yeah, pulled over into turned off the exit. The Waffle House was burned down. That's like, well, that's just terrible luck. But then it turns out right next to the burned out Waffle House was a Whataburger. So just like, you guys, and I rarely show up around and go east that much, but then just finding out, hey, North Florida's got Whataburger, it can't be all bad. Sorry, Nash, even though I know that probably Nash isn't watching right now, but at least that's one good thing about Florida, that and Disney World. Yeah, something I guess fate just wanted me to have it. Let's see what's next. Oh boy. This is the game I'm gonna suck at. I can tell you this right now. One moment. See if I could ever freaking play this game. I had this game by itself on the Atari 2600 and just could never master it. But let's see how well this go here. We got into high speed. You gotta, if I remember correctly, you gotta go out of high gear when turning. God, why are there other cars? See, this is supposed to be the qualifying lap, and there's other cars going. I mean, that's who has other cars running during a qualifying lap? I've seen enough NASCAR. I've been to enough NASCAR events to know when you're a qualifying lap, you're supposed to be alone on the track. This is oh, and there we go. That's probably going to actually never heard of Tower of Duraga. I think I did not qualify. Now, I'll give this another try in just a moment, but I'm just gonna break this up. We're getting close to 12:30 here, so there's definitely something I'm gonna just kind of block this out for a moment here, and want to get talking about something. We'll talk. I hope we got mine. We'll get back to the games very certainly, but because I want this to be more than just a gaming stream. I want to kind of turn this into my own Friday night version of RDA. Without the what the F is wrong with you. Maybe I'll find something of my own something to do, my own gimmick to do that. And, I'd definitely love to hear you guys' opinions of whether or not Friday or what day night would possibly be good to do it. But, so let's talk about something. I'd definitely love to hear you guys' views on that. And that's, I definitely, Eli, because you reviewed the original game, but okay, Friday's pretty good. The PJs, well, that's entirely possible. I'll probably be telling you guys about what's upcoming on Rowdy C TV Trash later on. So, PJs, that's definitely a possibility. But it's not a subject that's something that's kind of dear to my heart. Eli knows about this movie since he's reviewed it as well, or at least its predecessor. But obviously, what's again in the news is Space Jam 2. And it's back in the news again. Obviously, they've been bouncing back and forth the idea that the sequel to Space Jam, starring LeBron James, they've been talking about it for quite a few years now. Who knows if it's ever actually going to be released? That there was news that they supposedly had finally found a director for it, but also what makes me think that there's more of a chance that it might happen. Who knows if they bring back Billy West to voice Bugs Bunny? We'll wait and see. Yeah, the one thing that makes me think that it might happen is the fact that LeBron James is in Hollywood now. Because he's signed with the Lakers, so maybe it's a possibility. Here's just my take on why I wonder if anyone really wanted this movie. Because I'm going to talk to you about something here. I gave Eli some information when he reviewed the first Space Jam and stuff, and it goes back to that as to, like Eli, like the cartoon hero, yeah, I'm one of those guys. I was 17 years old, I believe, when the first Space Jam came out, and I'm one of I'm one of those guys that really does look at it as kind of a guilty pleasure. I know it's not a great movie. Actually, I haven't seen it in quite a few years, but it's just a goofy type of fun movie. But the main thing is that the original Space Jam, while it's not a great movie by any imagination, it at least makes sense as to why that movie was released at that particular time, and why it does kind of work as a guilty pleasure. If you know all the details going into the movie's backstory, because first off, there's two major things that contributed to that. First off is the fact that, Michael Jordan with Bugs Bunny had already happened years before in those commercials and the stuff they had released for Nike and Air Jordan and whatnot. But there was another thing. It's just the fact that it was centered around a real-life event that was in itself so just bizarre and loaded with questions that it was prime target to be lampooned in a movie like that. If you didn't grow up a huge sports fan in the 1990s like I did, you might not understand just how crazy Michael Jordan's first retirement was. I mean, this guy, in 1993, he was in his absolute prime. I think he was only 31, 32. His Chicago Bulls had just won their third straight league championship. Jordan had won the scoring championship for a seventh straight year, as best of my memories. And then he just up and quit weeks before the next season was to begin. And it was after a summer when he had just been ravaged with a lot of problems. People had been getting on his case about a possible gambling addiction. And then tragically his father was killed by gangsters, which didn't make things any better. And just the fact that he just up and quit like that, then, goes and tries to play baseball for about a year and a half until he up and decides to return to basketball. There's just so many questions. There were, and still are, into that retirement. People still think it was a covered-up gambling suspension by the league, but it was just so crazy that you could make a suggestion that, Michael Jordan was all off helping Bugs Bunny fight aliens at the time, and I think a lot of people would have believed it. So that's what just made the movie just so crazy, because it was based on a crazy real-life event. I just don't think that there's a real-life event centered around LeBron James that can make the thing work. Do they set it around in 2011 after LeBron's team lost the NBA title to, who was it? The Dallas Mavericks, doing that pop band? And do they make some kind of storyline whereby helping Bugs Bunny, he finds out how to be a real champion? Or something like that? It just makes me think that it's like this movie, trying to get this movie done is another attempt to try to keep saying that LeBron is in the same category or even better than Jordan. And again, I just don't see how, if it's really, I don't see how it could possibly be as good. The first one wasn't really that good, but it was still fun. But, hopefully I hope it doesn't happen, because I just don't think there's really a point to it. Maybe it's all just talk, still for right now. But you guys have heard me rambling on for the longest time. Because of the commercial, because, who knows if they're probably going to make the movie anyway because of the commercials, but just the fact that they had that event involving Jordan's retirement, that itself was such a crazy event that it did kind of make sense. But you guys have heard me ramble on long enough, so let's see if I'm going to try to qualify on this one more time and see if it works. It might be. Somehow I don't think LeBron would go for a direct-to-DVD movie. I don't see him doing that. I mean, he's an okay guy. It's a good thing that he went and filmed his, and created that new school. But, yeah, he does have a bit of an ego, and I just don't see him... I don't see him doing that. Probably not going to qualify this one either. Okay, I got it. So I think we need to do 4. If I remember correctly, it's 4 laps. And I don't think I've ever... Yep! Yeah, I'm not winning this. I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna... I think it's 4 laps just to complete the race in the amount of time you're given. Now having the cars makes sense because you're in the actual race. And there we go. And yeah, that's funny. No, I'm not even gonna make the first lap. And there we go. I told you that's my absolute worst game. But hey, get this. Yeah, I've never actually heard of Tower of Duraga. I might need to look into that. But you know what, Eli, you brought this one up, so you know what? Actually, well, Miss Pac-Man, let's give Galaxian a try. So we'll see how well I do with this one. I'm not sure how you steal the enemy's I'm not sure how you steal the enemy's ship in this one because I never played it. It definitely comes off like a Galaga ripoff. Yeah, I'm not so sure. It's like, oh, this one's a lot spooky. Yeah, everything moves a lot slower and stuff. It's like... Ah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, it may have actually been the original Galaga, because I know there's a way that you do it in that game. I know how to do it, I'm just not good at doing it. And this is... I do anytime I play either one of these games, I think of an episode, I believe, of That 70s Show where I think Kelso's trying to play it. And he talks about how, oh, I get it, you're supposed to fire where they're going to be. And I've not been able to, manage that. I'm not sure. Maybe it was... This is Galaxian. I don't know which came out first. I don't know whether this came out first or Galaga. The exact date that they did come out, I really couldn't tell you. You might be right that Galaga came out in the 80s. Yeah, so this might have been the game that Kelso was playing on that show. So Galaga was essentially spawned from Galaxian, but to be perfectly honest, from playing this game, I'd say Galaga turned out to be a much more improved version of it. Between just, is streamlined a lot better. That's not good. We'll get back to we'll try some of the other games on here pretty soon. Galaga 88 fan myself, I have to figure that out. Yeah. But definitely another subject I wanted to bring up on here. Let me double check this. Yeah, I do hope to play some other games very soon. I've got a ton of NES games I'm wanting to play here, but I'm still trying to find out if anyone has any expertise in this out there that can give me some hints. Definitely could use your aid on that. I'm trying to... Okay, like I said, this game I'm playing this on my GameCube. And this was able to connect to the video capture card that I have. Yeah, I don't want to, I'll keep that in mind. I don't want to overlap anybody else's stream because I think I'd like to watch more of Zenith's stuff as well. So I'll keep that in mind as whether or not maybe a Thursday or Tuesday might be better to move this to. I want to keep that in mind for certain, because I'm thinking one thing I might do if John and the other guy every day of the weekend, right? Exactly. So I see, because one thing I'm hoping to do is if John is okay with it and stuff, I might start doing the Wrestling Roundup live as part of my own live stream if I could get the Skypes and stuff whatnot to work as well. But anyway, but yeah, there's still a lot of stuff I'm learning about here, because I definitely want to play a lot of NES games on this live stream. But first and foremost, I've got to wait to get a RF to RCA. If I get my hands on one of those games for certain, I don't own any of them. I'll tell you what, here, just so you know, I'll tell you some of the games I've got for the NES right now. I've got the first 3 Super Marios. I've got the first 4 Mega Mans, Metroid, Kid Icarus, the first 3 the 3 Castlevanias for the NES, the 3 Ninja Turtles for the NES, the 3 Ninja Gaidens for the NES, the 3 Dragon Warriors for the NES, along with the first 2 Wizards and Warriors games, the first Final Fantasy, the first Ultima that was released on the NES, which is technically Ultima 3. Got Fax Xanadu, Metal Gear. I've got DuckTales. That's always one we could try to play. Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. I will definitely love the first Ninja Turtles game is on the list of shows I want to play for certain. I also got a bunch of arcade games. Another 2 games I'd love to play, just because I know I'm going to get killed a lot, are Arkanoid and Burger Time. Donkey Kong Jr. I've got that. We've got the 2 Donkey Kong games, and Mario Brothers, and the NES version of Hubert. Double Dragon's one I want to play. I've got that one. The first Double Dragon. As well as Commando, Ikari Warriors for sure. Rampage, maybe. I've got a bunch of sports games, like the baseball, soccer, double dribble, 10-yard fight. I don't have Donkey Kong 3, and I'm thinking that's a pretty big collector's item. That might, I've got Burger Time. I have Burger Time. And I definitely want to play Burger Time. Trust me, because I'm going to get killed a lot in that thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have heard of that one, but I'm guessing that's going to run me up a pretty price if I try to look for it on Amazon and the like. I've definitely got Mylon Secret Castle, one of the games that the video game nerd talked about. I played that game. I've actually finished that game once, but I'd love to play that game for you guys. I want to get my hands on Hudson's Adventure Island as well. I used to own that game. You can get that in store as well. I've also got Super Pitfall. Hopefully to play that as well. And a handful of other games that I hope to introduce you to as well. What I need to do first, unfortunately, is... First thing I need to get... I've got a RF to RCA... I need an RF to RCA converter that's on order. It's in the mail. It should be arriving here. That's just so I can connect the 8-bit NES to the video capture card. But then, I'm still got this problem of finding a video capture card that will actually work with it. I mean, I wish I could show you what I've got here. They're both connected at the moment. Maybe I'll do it later on, but this right now is connected to, if you've got any technical experts out there that know anything about video capture cards, this is connected right now to an Easy Cat capture card. It's playing this, and it will play these, it will pick up the video of the GameCube, but it's not picking up the video of my Super Nintendo. I haven't been able to test the 8-bit NES yet because I don't have that adapter so far. And maybe it'll be different once I get my hands on it, but it looks like right now the Easy Cap won't pick up the video of the 8-bit or 16-bit console. So I went out and had to spring for the brand everyone talks about is Elgato. And I got myself an Elgato capture card with RCA connections. And it's not picking up any video at all. It will pick up video for its own software program on my Mac. I'm doing this on a Windows PC. I do have a Game Boy player, and so there's some other Game Boy games. Yeah, I should probably list the number of Game Boy games I've got sometime, and we could probably add them as well. So that's another possibility. You can play some of the Game Boy games for certain, but there's just a lot of other regular NES games, and I thought about getting a NES Classic, but it doesn't have all the games that I would like to play. Like, it doesn't have the first Double Dragon, which just baffles me. It's got Double Dragon 2, but not the first Double Dragon. That baffles me. Main thing is, I'm thinking that right now, basically, I've only got two options right now. I'm thinking that I might have to spend the excess money, because it's about 170, 180 bucks, to get the Elgato capture card, game specifically designed for gaming, but it only has HDMI connections, so I'm going to have to get an RCA to HDMI adapter as well. But the other thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and test, after the stream is over and everything, eventually in the days ahead, I'm going to test one thing, because the Elgato that I have right now, it will pick up the video of all my consoles so far for its own software program. But it won't pick up video for the OBS program in Mac, because OBS doesn't offer drivers for the Mac. Now, there's a way apparently I can do it as far as, use it uploading into its own system and using a capture and using it as a window capture. I'm going to try and test that. And if that works, because I really should be doing all of this on my Mac anyway. That's my work computer. So hopefully that's pretty much the entire adventures I've been having with trying to set this whole thing up. I think you guys can figure out, I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer, I'm not a computer expert by any stretch of the imagination. And meanwhile, apparently I'm not that much of a gamer either, because I'm playing this old stuff while everyone else is playing the likes of Fortnite and whatnot. I get my throat parched from a lot of talking. I mean, when I used to, believe me, I broadcasted, I did play-by-play of sports games in college. And yeah, I needed to keep a couple of bottles of water by my side at all times, because just talking constantly like this it drains your throat. So yeah, I better make sure I keep, and of course, I'm in freaking North Texas. It actually was cool today because it rained much of the day, but you gotta keep yourself hydrated when you live down here, for certain. And I try to, fortunately, you can get a gallon of the stuff for $1 at just about any grocery store. So I'm getting it on the relative cheap. But, well, this is okay because I keep thinking that the reason is something to do with the fact that it's analog. And these capture cards have problems picking up. I mean, I don't know how much the difference. I don't know. I know nothing about lag time or anything like that, but I'm wondering if it has to do with the fact that the capture cards have a problem picking up analog video, which the original consoles still have. I mean, if I'm gonna keep working to get it to work because I definitely want to do it. And now Duke CT shows up after I've talked about finished talking about all of the adventures that I've had with trying to set this whole thing up. Yeah, good thing you missed. Well, at least Charles, you missed the bad stuff where the video game audio was so bad you could barely hear me. These guys, Jeff and Eli, were able to coach me through it because I was a flat-out idiot in trying to get this thing to work. It just shows you how much of a damn moron I am. But yeah, if I keep talking like this, I'm gonna drink so much that I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break pretty soon. Definitely great to see you there, Charles, Duke. Yeah, well, I'm a self-deprecating kind of guy, Jeff, you know that. That's just my way of dealing with frustration. In the meantime, I believe that Max Wright was mentioning this game right here. Let's see what this whole Pac-Man arrangement is about. Yeah, I take requests if I can do them. Certainly. I will admit, this thing's been going smoother than I thought it might. And the guy turned into a double ghost with bunny here. Okay. Now they get trapped in a genie bottle. Maybe. That's all for dash. That might be what you're talking about. And there we go. You know what's the worst thing? There's probably kids out there young enough to know they probably don't get that genie in a bottle joke. Now we get something with slightly more classic setup. I do hope to keep my own show a bit more kid-friendly than Nash's. I hope that I won't be in a situation where I'll have to keep... yeah, something like that. Whoa! How did I... of course then. How did that happen? How did I split into two? And there I go again. Well, I'll try to continue for right now, for sure. See if they keep this thing going as best as I can. Yeah, like a Who's Tiffany moment. Oh, you... Well, I still remember... here we go. Hey, I still remember when I had viewers that flat out asked me if they didn't know who Alf was, so I've had my moments like that, for certain. And yes, I am well aware of the proposed Alf reboot that's in the works. I don't really know what to think of it, to be perfectly honest. It seems like everything is being rebooted now because it's just getting worse and worse in that type of area. And now he's turned, and now the red one has turned into the Chicago Bulls mascot. Okay. No, that was not the right way to say it. Let me see. Bull said it like, okay. And the bull got me. Seriously, I take a look at this guy and and then he got me again. See, and I look at this guy, and the only thing I can think of to say is, and now, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls! Yeah, that's some 90s nostalgia for you guys. Though you guys then we got Pink Bunny Ears Ghost. And I got pinched again. Yeah, you know what? I've always been really disappointed that, they didn't get the, you know they had that He-Man reboot in 2002, I believe it was, and if it had gotten a third season, here's the jumping areas. If it gotten a third season, supposedly She-Ra was going to be a part of it. That's why I was always sorry that the show didn't get picked up for another year. That would have been fun to see. This next one, you know, if they do it right, if they do it right, it might still be better than the Rainbow Bright reboot they tried on the Film Network. I don't know what they were thinking about that with that. It's like these jump areas are kind of like the secret passageways in the Clue. And I just ran into that guy. I don't know what I'm doing now. See, that's the way I gotta go, and there's always ghosts coming right there. Jeez, freaking Louise. Don't tempt fate on that, Duke! Next thing you know, there's gonna be a Thundar the Barbarian reboot as well. But we'll get back to some more gaming very certainly. There's definitely, Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness. I'm still thinking about doing that more, reviewing that other Pac-Man show, hopefully at some point in time. But I do want to take this time to, I'll just close this out for one moment here, and we'll talk about, just so you guys can know what's upcoming next on TV Trash and Rowdy C Productions. We've got one more review going in the Summer of Marvel. Hopefully it'll be in another week or two, because I'll let you guys, anyone that took the time to show up on here, I'll give you the sneak peek on it. It's going to be a review of the 1990s Nick Fury movie. Yes, the one starring David Hasselhoff. Haven't been able to watch it yet because I've had to actually order a whole new DVD player that takes Region 2 DVDs. Because the copy I got was a Region 2 model. It was donated to me. Really appreciate the donation. I just don't want to use it. But hopefully that player will be arriving very soon. I can hook that thing up and get that thing done as fast as possible. Well, come on, Eli. I already hassled him when I reviewed Baywatch Night, so I'm kind of already far gone on that one. But, also, I'll let you guys know, the fall season of Reanimated, yeah, that's it, but the fall season of TV Trash, we're starting with both Reanimated and its spin-off series Out of Jimmy's Head. I know Eli has reviewed Reanimated, Mr. Enter has as well. I'm going to take it to the next step and actually look at the TV series that followed it up as well. I've got I got enough of a good portion of the episodes here, and I'm going to hopefully start being able to finish writing that up pretty soon. Some other stuff we've got going here. Definitely we talked about reboots. They changed the races of both Craig and his sister. Definitely we'll be talking about that. We talked about reboots. Definitely finally going to get into the 2011 remake of Charlie's Angels. I finally got, hopefully I've got enough episodes to finally review that infamous 80s cartoon based on the Rubik's Cube. For those of you who remember that. Hope to get my hands on Josie and the Pussycats in Outer Space. That one that had the spinoff of the original Hanna-Barbera Josie and the Pussycats movie. Chip and Pepper's Cartoon Madness, if I can get my hands on that one as well. The Karate Kid animated series. We reviewed Gilligan's Planet already, actually. I did that about a year or so ago. I'll definitely, I did. Yeah, we've taken care of that one. Definitely want to see if I can get my hands on Greg the Bunny, the Emerald sitcom. Again, if I could find out. Someone linked me to that some time ago. I don't know if those links are still good. And just like a few other surprises coming up, especially for stuff like the 250th review will be coming very soon. And definitely, I've also got, one person who requested this one will finally be reviewing, what is it? Oh yes, Da Boom Crew. That one was requested, so it will be reviewed hopefully very soon probably by late September, early October will probably be the target date for that one. So definitely, anyone is free to make an official request by helping out with my Patreon. I should probably put a link to it. Actually, there's the link. Should be on the screen right above me, actually. So I actually did that. There's actually a couple of episodes I thought about reviewing on the Proud Family as well. Maybe I'll get to that eventually. But definitely, anybody, I'm sure, if you guys that are with me right now, you're contributing to Patreon, definitely appreciate that. Just keep in mind, I've got like 1,300, it's not that much, but I appreciate every single one of them, 1,300 subscribers on YouTube alone. And, if every one of those were able to contribute just $1 to my Patreon, it would mean a lot. It would help me do a lot of help me going farther, especially with all this new equipment that I'm having to buy. But enough rambling. We've gone an hour so far in this one, but we can keep this thing going for certain. So I'm going to take a look at, let me see here. I think, there's a Dig Dug arrangement as well on this thing. So let's take a look and see how this thing goes, shall we? That actually reminds me of another NES game I'd love to get my hands on once again. There was a Dig Dug 2 released for the 8-bit NES. I had that game. Got rid of that game for reasons that I cannot think of once or another. And I think that's another one that's going to cause you a bit of a price to probably purchase it. But yeah, if I could think of the games, and this one's going to get away. Dang it. I hate it when they get away. But yeah, I can tell you the types of the NES games I still like. I'd like to get my hands on and get my hands back on. Oh yeah, they got the ginormous boulders in this thing. I'd like to get my hands on Hudson's Adventure Island, Dig Dug 2, Punch Out. Oh, dang, I'm sorry. No, you're right. You guys are right. Thank you guys so much. I forgot that I cut it off. Thank you. Yeah, I have the greatest fans and the greatest friends. They can point out my god awful mistakes. Yeah, I just had it closed out and I forgot to open it back up. I'm damn sorry about that. All of you. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, let's. I was doing a mistake like that, yeah. So I'm doing this because I'm playing this on a secondary monitor to help out, because I don't know how any other gamers do it, but this is just how I had the spare monitor lying around, so it was worth doing some type of use, and I get played. Now we got the red fiber. They mad. And they're gonna pitch me. They're gonna run over me. I just saw that coming a mile away. And now because of that, this one's got. Nope, I'm gonna get this one. Yep. We got Adventures of Lolo. That's another one. It's another old NES game I like to get my hands on and try to play. Again, if I could just get the capture cards to work. I think I have a method. I have a method to try to get those NES games to work. And this thing's always fun to do. I can just. This thing going until probably, I'd say about 1:30 is going to be a good cutoff time, at least for this maiden voyage. Hopefully future live streams will be, yeah, fair, that Baldur was actually Sonic, yep. Try to keep these things going, do more promotions on it, and try to come up with more fun stuff to do on these things. Now we didn't get anything. Now we got this duck-like monster. I'm not even sure what he does. I'm gonna wipe out these guys. You know what? You know what's one thing that I don't think a lot of people would mind, but hasn't been done yet? Surprised someone's thought of making a Duckman reboot yet. That's I think that's something that not a lot of people would mind when you really think about it. I'm in trouble here. I can just. And it missed everybody. Got great fighters. I think the Zelda CDI games might be too much for even me. And that was just. Yeah, you are right about that. Like, Duckman and dinosaurs. Yeah, I remember that video of yours. You covered the old. Though you were covering the Super Mario and Zelda games, you used the footage from the CDI games. Where that was a failure on Nintendo's part. Well, you do kind of have a Darkwing Duck reboot, because hasn't he appeared in the DuckTales show? New DuckTales show so far? yeah, I haven't been able to watch a lot of that, unfortunately, because I didn't spring for the Disney ABC channels on my Sling TV package. I really need to do that very soon, because apparently I've heard, yeah, I caught the pilot. Yeah, I've caught the pilot episode, but really nothing ever since. I've heard a lot of stuff from guys like Sophie and Zenith and whatnot, because I definitely want to see that. You know, that wouldn't be surprised. Don Carnage was in there, so it's like they're just rebooting the entire Disney afternoon, using the most popular, one of the most popular titles. He got me in there. I'm trying to think, well, and there we go. These guys blow up. Yeah, if they would bring in the gargoyles, that would be like the ultimate fangasm, for certain. Maybe even bigger than that Wreck-It Ralph clip with all the princesses. That would be something. Yeah, I was just about to say about the only way they probably could screw up is if they rebooted, if they added Bonkers in there. Or Schnookums and Meat, that would make me rage. You know that for damn sure. Let's see if we can get at least the rest of these. Always got me was the 101 Dalmatians animated series. Was that adapted from the live action show or the cartoon? Or the animated movie? That one always wondered about. Yeah, so we can get into this one. Well, if it's from the cartoon, I guess I can give it that much. This is a difficult. All types of these new monsters that I don't even recognize. And he got me. He got me. Round 10. I can kind of imagine that it would do that, yeah. It's a strange one. Probably was still better than the live action, than the animated sequel that they got. We're gonna get. I just. Yep, you're gonna get. These guys are smarter. These are smarter enemies. They gangbang ya. Yeah, you know what? Well, if you want to see something similar to Roger Rabbit, that whole Happy Murders movie, look, it's probably gonna be something like that. And these guys know how to gang up on you. Pretty damn well. Meet the Feebles, yeah. Never actually saw Meet the Feebles, but I will definitely take your word for it. Okay, now I see what I gotta do. I gotta... That's why I gotta do more than one. Okay? This is definitely new. This is definitely... I'm definitely sticking around until I can... I'm definitely gonna at least finish this one. It's something new, for dang sure. I think I gotta hit him X number of times without losing a life. So now it's gonna run out. No, I gotta. Is it? No, I think I got him. Like, there's a life bar here. Ah, I had them. No. Got him. Woo! Originally had my doubts on Wreck-It Ralph 2, just for the fact that, I thought it would work best as a TV series rather than a second movie. But yeah, it does see, the thing is, it does kind of, see, this does kind of remind me of Dig Dug 2 that was released for the NES, because in that game, you were all above ground and oh no, not. And you were above ground, and you were, instead of tunneling, you were like, chopping off pieces of the island to take out enemies. And stuff. It was a fun game. I can't believe I got rid of that game. I gotta get my hands on it. Again. Take some time. I'll double check Amazon and see how much it goes for. Stuff like Adventure Island was only selling for like $10 or something like that. So hopefully I can get my hands on that pretty soon. Whoa, that's a nice bonus. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that, Wreck-It Ralph didn't get a TV series, but Tangled did. But, I got friends of mine that say that the Tangled TV series is actually not that bad. So, give them that much. But even still, the movie I'm really concerned about is Frozen 2. How do you follow up a movie like that? Because it ended on, like, the main conflict had such a terrific final result. That'll be. Yeah, the shorts are okay, but I just don't see how another full-length movie would work with just the way the last one, the first movie ended. Yeah, we basically got evil Dig Dugs in this version. I'm pretty sure there was a Dig Dug, someone made a faux movie trailer for a Dig Dug movie as well. I can show you that one. If I can learn how to link YouTube videos in this stream down the line, I'll probably show you guys that. Yeah. I sometimes wonder if one of the reasons I really love that movie is because Kristoff might be one of the few guys I could get away cosplaying as. That or maybe the Mad Hatter. I mean the Mad Hatter from the real Alice movie, not that Tim Burton crap. Well, I was about to get that guy before you hit me. can at least finish this one world. No, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna stand up and make it. Best strategy I've had. I'm probably gonna try to make you a regular getaway, dude. Cause I'm here, I'm waiting for you. I'm right here. I'm gonna get you. Nice try, nice try. I think we gotta play it till I clear this island. For certain. I take it, Jeff, you're talking about the what are you asking, Eli, what the stumbling blocks were? I have no idea what this Nadia is, to be perfectly honest. I am still a total anime noob to that whole situation. Got that. Yeah, I've seen your Twitter post. There's a lot of stuff that sounds like you were comparing it to Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Another Disney film I still need to watch, to be perfectly honest. Someone's gonna be freaking nuts. You're just almost done with this thing. One more round to go. See what happens after this. Yeah, use the ray gun. Okay, so I got her. Okay, so you gotta just get the ray gun and blast the guy as best as possible. But you're slower than this guy. This is gonna take a while. You know, I'm kind of the same way, Eli. You know what? Amazingly is that it's because, at least prior to Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland was my favorite Disney film. You make me wonder, it's like, why do they need to do the whole live-action Tim Burton remake? But the whole amazing thing is, there were a lot of elements in that live-action movie. There was just, I believe it or not, there was actually a number of elements in that live-action Alice movie that I had actually thought of, years ago for a possible Alice in Wonderland sequel, right after I had watched Hook for the first time, to be perfectly honest. This is about the only way I'm gonna do it, just keep... Thank goodness that this console gives you unlimited continues without having to add more quarters. You know, where's King Ghidorah when you need him? But I got this. Perhaps they were. Perhaps they were. We'll get another island. Maybe I'll try that island. Maybe we'll try this one later on another time. But at least as far as the gaming goes, I think it's gonna wrap it up for now. I do wanna before we go. Well, talk to you guys about some other things about what I have planned for the rest of this. Because I definitely want to tell you all of the games I've got here planned. Give me one more. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you some stuff here. These are the games I've got for the Super Nintendo console. If I can get this thing to work, if I can get my Super Nintendo to work, I want to let you guys know exactly. Yeah, sure thing. But I definitely want ideas on what games you guys would like to see me play. Like for the Super Nintendo, I've got I've got Super Mario World, Zelda: Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country, Super Metroid, the first Mega Man X, the Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. I've got a Street Fighter game, but I don't think it works very well. I don't think it really... I've never really gotten it to work. The original Mario Kart, an NCAA basketball game. And then we get some of the older stuff. We've got Final Fantasy 2 and 3, which is technically Final Fantasy 4 and 6, as they went. As well as the infamous Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. If you guys ever want to see me give that a go. As well as, the other game, one of Spoonie's infamous reviews, Ultima Runes of Virtue 2. That's one of the few games he reviewed that I actually played before. So I actually know kind of how weird that game is. I've got Super Mario RPG, but Rosen's been playing that one. I think you would like to... Yeah, you know what? Mystic Quest is definitely one I would love to check out. And, believe it or not, I've got the Super Nintendo Aladdin game. And I think I've actually played this thing to completion, I believe. So that's another possibility. These are the games I've got for the Super Nintendo. If I can just get the Nintendo console to work. These are all possibilities, as well as the NES games, as well as, we'll be right back here now, here's what I've got so far else for the GameCube. What we got here. In addition to this Namco Museum, Aladdin and Mystic Quest, we'll definitely keep that in mind down the line. I've got the Midway Arcade Treasures game. I could definitely play stuff like Joust or, definitely, what's the game? Gauntlet. I would definitely love to try playing Gauntlet on the GameCube for certain. Now, here's where I didn't mention the Zelda games on the 8-bit Nintendo console because it's actually with the GameCube that I have the old Zelda games, because I got the Zelda Collector's Edition. This is where I've got the, it's also on the GameCube that I've actually got the original Legend of Zelda, Adventure of Link, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, if we'll ever give those a try. I have played all those to completion except Majora's Mask. That game just kind of freaks me out. But I've also got Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, and Four Swords Adventures. So we've got a number of Zelda games that I could start playing almost immediately thanks to the GameCube. I've got the Mega Man games on... I will also say this. I'll get this. I bought the Mega Man Anniversary Collection for the GameCube. We ain't playing this because they effed up the controls on this game. because I don't know if you ever played this, at least the GameCube version of this, they changed the controls so you shoot with the A button and jump with the B button. And you just, if you grew up with the original 8-bits, you're just totally screwed up trying to play the game. So this one, not gonna try it anymore. I don't even know why I still have this thing, to be perfectly honest. But what else do I got? I've got Metroid Prime. Never really played this, but would definitely want to give it a try. And I think I've also got no, I think it's only Metroid Prime 1 here. You have a NASCAR game. You know what? If you were able to get used to the controls, if you start up with the old NES versions, more power to you. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just can't get used to it. I mean, if you want to see me crash a lot in a NASCAR racing game, I can always give you that. Or, also got Godzilla Destroy All Monsters as well. Soul Calibur 2. The game that everyone seems to be hating now. And I don't know why. I don't get why the certain hatred for Super Smash Bros. Melee. Of course, I've also got Brawl for... Oh, that's still too soon. You know, that was 18 years ago, and it's still too soon. Eli, go to your room on that one. Oh, yeah, please, no. Got 2 WWE games, WrestleMania 19 and the first Day of Reckoning. I know that Brian Zane played Day of Reckoning 2 on a live stream a while back. Watched some of it. Was pretty fun to have him watched. Yeah, you know, I want to give Brawl a try very much. Other games I've got is Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I've played this to completion. It's a pretty fun game. This one might be worth a live streaming at any time. I bought this one, but never really played it that much, is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. If I want to ever give this a try, and then finally, never played this one to completion. I really don't like myself. I never gave it a try, but if you ever want to see me go after this one, Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds. If you guys ever want to see me check this one. That's what I've got for the GameCube. As far as the Wii goes, and yes, spoiler alert, Nintendo is the only one types of consoles I've got. I've never been a huge gamer that I just don't go after all the old consoles. Like, yeah, maybe we'll try Buffy one of these days. This might be a good live streaming game. Eli, we will definitely keep this one in mind for certain. As far as the Wii games, I mean, I'm not sure you guys be interested in watching me do Wii Play, Wii Fit, or Wii Sports, so probably not that one. But I do have Super Mario Wii, Super Mario Galaxy. Which Zelda games do I have here? I've got both Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. This is one I got as a Christmas present a while ago. Never got a chance to give it a try, so maybe we'll look at it. Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. If you guys are ever that. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And then, if you guys are interested in any type of sports games, we've got both FIFA 15, it's a few years old, and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Would be the 2008 Beijing Olympics, actually. Those are all of the games I've got so far that among those I could definitely try to play. But like I said, this live stream is going to be more than just about games, as we'll close this out for good, since I think we're done for the gaming for now. But definitely, I'm trying to think of some other stuff you hope to get from me here is, if I complete enough in time, hopefully you guys will get some previews. I'll try to post some previews of what's coming up as far as TV Trash and Rowdy and Friends for upcoming, that's going to be posted. You guys will get, if you guys could tune into this thing as often as possible, you can see what's upcoming. And just try to think of some other things. I'm going to try to keep my mind going here. So what more I can add on these live streams. If you guys are all interested, any of you guys there are interested in any sports of any type, maybe you guys aren't, but I do hope the next live stream will actually be this Sunday morning at about 10 a.m. Central Time, as I'll be streaming my own watching of the opening weekend of the English Premier League. Probably talk about other types of sports as well. If you guys are interested in checking that out, and you're up that early on a Sunday, give me a try. But I think that's going to wrap things up for now. I definitely want to thank all of you guys, Duke CT, Max Wright, Writers Block, Jeff Gwinnett, and Eli the Cartoon Hero. Thanks so much for showing up to this first live stream. I think it worked out better than I hoped it would. We definitely had some stumbling blocks, for sure. I'm going to try to start reorganizing things, so I'll do this completely on my Mac from now on. That's my work computer. That's where just everything will work very well. Appreciate the all these good words you guys have going here. If the recording worked well, I'm going to try to see if I can post this onto YouTube, maybe to rowdyc.com. And hopefully I'll come up with something good to finish up. We'll try to be back here same time next Friday night. Just send the good word out, see how many other people we can get to watch this thing. We'll probably try to find something good to play for you guys next time. And, as I always say, until then, stay rowdy, my friends.